Action Jack McClendon with Burgmeister behind the camera. We're at the facsimile of Lincoln's boyhood home in Pigeon Creek, Indiana. He lived here from age 7 to 21. We have some fabulous interpreters up here. They're going to help us.
Hi there.
How are you folks today?
Fantastic.
Welcome. This is a replica of a type of an 1800s home. It's very similar to the home that Lincoln lived in, but not exactly the same. The farm is actually set up just like anybody's farm would have been set up, as far as you had a house to live in. Out back we have a smokehouse. You also have a barn, a chicken coop, a corn crib. You would have had an outbuilding, which was kind of the garage of the day.
An outbuilding garage, I like that.
Would have had a privy.
Was a privy a building?
A privy would have been your
Bathroom.
bathroom. The outbuilding probably housed your profession. Like I said, kind of the garage of the day. And the smokehouse was your unit for storing food, maybe what you would consider the refrigerator of the day. You had to have something to store your stock's food in, which is where the corn bin came into play. Everybody would have had a corn bin. And then, of course, everyone had birds, because they used the birds not only for food, they also used the birds for their feathers, for pillows, things like that.
And what is this hole in the roof?
Pardon?
What is
This hole in the roof up here.
That is a loft. What you see there is very simply, that is the upstairs to where the Abraham Lincoln stayed. My brothers and I would climb the pegs in the wall to the loft where we slept at night.
Wow.
So it's jet black. You can't see anything, but it is very, very small. You can only
You didn't spend a lot of extra time there.
And this was an example of Abraham Lincoln's father Thomas's carpentry, right?
Right. There's a replica of the Thomas Lincoln cabinet that was made for a gentleman named David Turnham, who lived in the area. That cabinet would have cost you to approximately $40 in Lincoln's time period. That's approximately what he sold those for. It's made out of cherry wood and tulip poplar. Actually, that one's made all out of cherry wood. And Thomas Lincoln did like to work with cherry wood.
Was it easier?
There's not a piece of furniture in this house that Thomas Lincoln couldn't have made.
And you said that place over here, what's this called that we were in before?
The carpenter shop, or it's where the tools are, the outhouse, or what'd you call it, the shed?
I called it a shed.
Garage.
Outbuilding, garage of the day.
Trade center. Whoever, we had a lady that run a loom. Her loom would not fit in the house and still leave room, so she'd have a building for the loom and all the material. There was a blacksmith. I'm sure most women want their husband leading a horse in here and banging on metal all day, so he'd had a shed out there like that. And Tom Lincoln done his carpenter work out there.
And all the animal hides that we saw there, just what were some of them? Because we can't really. There was a badger, there was a mountain lion.
There's a bear. There's a squirrel.
No mountain lion. We don't have no mountain lion.
No, bobcat.
Bobcat.
They didn't supposedly have panthers when the Lincolns came here. We don't have one of the furs. We do have the black bear, the wolf, coyote, gray fox, muskrat, opossum, groundhog, raccoon.
God, that's enough here. That's your
beaver,
river otter, yeah.
The river otter and bobcat have both been reintroduced to the state of Indiana and Kentucky.
And the wolf.
Wolf has not been reintroduced.
No, but
they did have wolves. You might want to pan out there too, where you can see the rest of it.
All right, I was waiting to hear the end of the story. It's always so bright when you go out in the dark. And this is that's the smokehouse. So they're pipes or just the food?
Huh?
They're pipes or just food?
You're trying to be funny.
I'm trying to be funny.
No, right now we got a pig in there and salt. We got about 10 more days and we'll wash the salt off. And then we'll hang it up and smoke it for a week because of the school kids.
Wow.
And then we'll bag it and start eating it.
How fun is that? I bet it tastes good. And I see the chicken coop over there next to the shed.
Can you mark that? Excellent.
Excellent.